Leadership Lessons from Will Smith and Chris Rock. That's right. Special edition of Morning Manna this morning. Got a word for you on this morning. You already know. You already know I'm going to talk about leadership when something is current and see how it matters with respect to self leadership, how it matters with respect to self leadership. And that's what we want to talk about this morning. Leadership lessons from want to see. Did you watch the Oscars last night? And if you did, tell me what you think. I usually give you the text to talk and the takeaway. This is going to be a little bit longer than normal. Did you watch the Oscars last night? Good morning, Tally Tally. How are you on this morning? Thelma, how are you guys on this morning? If you did, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I wanna know what you think about the Oscars on last night. If not, then maybe I have to. Well, you lived up on the rock and nobody don't know. Well, Chris Rock. Okay, all right. But anyhow, leadership lessons from Will Smith and Chris Rock on last night. It's a special edition of Morning Manna, and I want to just talk about how we can look at that situation and learn about leadership. How we can look at that situation and learn about leadership. Still waiting? Hey, tell me, did you watch it last night? Would you put it in the chat area? I want to know. Share right now because we want to talk about this morning. Put it in the chat area. Did you watch it? What were your thoughts? What did you think? Good morning, Nikki. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Gerald. How are you on this morning? Fran, how are you on this morning? So you didn't watch it, but you heard about it. Brother Nesbitt, how are you on this morning? Joel, did you watch it? And if you watched it, what did you think? And if you're just hearing about it, then tell me what you think about it. Well, you already know. This morning is about leadership lessons from Will Smith and Chris Rock. Leadership lessons from Will Smith and Chris Rock. The text, the talk, and the takeaway. 5 minutes or less. So let me give it to you. Here's the text. Ephesians 4:26. Ephesians 4:26. You already know it. Be angry and sin not. Be angry and sin not. James adds to that, says we should always be slow to speak. Slow to speak. Quick to listen. Slow to get angry. Share things with you this morning. 5 things I want to share with you. Not to take away as much as it's just going to be 5 things. When I look up at that last night, and I was watching it, actually watching the Oscars, typically do. And when Will got up from his seat, walked up to Chris Rock, and slapped the man because he told a joke about his wife. First thing that came to my mind was cheap chivalry. Yeah, I said it. Cheap chivalry. What do you mean by that, Bishop? Here is you now saying, I'm about to respond to you disrespecting my wife. The first thing that comes to my mind, well, where were you when August stepped in into the entanglement, if you will? Where were you then? Now you want to do this in front of everybody? I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. Second thing is this. Check your emotions. As a leader, you always got to check your emotions. Where are you and your emotions? You cannot let your feelings dictate your actions. You can't. Now, feelings are real, emotions are real. They are not to be discarded. They're not to be devalued, but they are not supposed to control you as a leader. They absolutely cannot control you as a leader. Take a joke, man. Can you take a joke? Oh, yeah. Just remember, if you were watching it, everybody was being flamed. Everybody was being talked about. And yes, what he said was quite disrespectful. But the fact is, Chris Rock was doing what he does. He's a comedian. He's going to make fun of people. And therefore, you're in a position now, it's not what people do to you, it's how you react to what they do to you. Take a joke. I remember so well. Let me tell you this quick story, and then I'm going to move on to the other things. I remember so well. I was so upset. So upset. There was a big lie that was put out about First Lady and I, about we were going to build this humongous home and all of this. I was so angry I could. Rarely, if ever, I've ever gotten that angry about ministry issues. So angry I could barely see straight. I talked to a mentor. I called a mentor. I said, "What should I do?" The mentor told me, actually my executive coach, he said, "Make a joke of it. Don't let that get under your skin." There are times when you just can't let something get under your skin. So cheap chivalry, check your emotions. Here's the third thing. Be concerned about your influence. Here is Will Smith. Incredibly influential. This is why I talk about it being leadership. Incredibly influential. Here's this opportunity that you have to really handle yourself and manage yourself. Now you misuse your influence. Another story, I'll come back. When I was stationed at the University of Memphis, the Air Force sent me there. I did to get my counseling degree. I had to do a internship, and I had to intern with anger management men who were co-ordered for anger management. And I learned a valuable lesson that anger cost. Anger cost. So we used to do this in this life group that we did there at the University of Memphis. And we did this thing where they had to calculate all of the costs that it had cost them because they were angry and out of control. Court costs, bail costs, losing their jobs. Anger costs. When you don't get a hold of it, it will cost you. That cost will a lot of influence. A lot of influence. Here's the fourth thing that I want to share with you. Confront things in context. Nobody said don't get angry. That's what the scripture says. Ephesians 4:26 says, be angry. Go ahead, be angry, but sin not. Understand that there is a time and a place to confront everything. Understand that. If you don't understand that as a leader, that you have to confront things in the right context, you're going to lose a whole lot at the end. Here's the fifth and final thing I want to share with you. Confess when you do wrong. As a leader, when you do wrong, there's nothing more influential than to have a repentant, come clean heart. What do you mean by that? At the end of the day, when Will took his Oscar, now we're not thinking about the Oscar. We thinking about how you reacted and acted, wasted your influence in this moment. Here is this moment in which you apologize to everybody but the person you hit. You apologize to everybody. That's not right. Bottom line, as a leader, the first person you have to learn how to lead is yourself. That's the first person you have to learn how to lead. And when you can't control and lead yourself, you should not be in the business of trying to lead everybody else. Now, finally, you say, now, Bishop, how do you know that, why is it that you see Will Smith as a leader? Because here's the definition of leadership. Influence. And he has influence. So I just want to just say to you on this morning, in the wake of the slap that is heard around the world, hey, make sure that you just don't go for cheap chivalry, cheap shot. Check your emotions at the door. Be concerned about your influence. Confront issues when they need to be confronted, but confront them with character and in context. And confess when you're wrong. The Lord be with you today. His face shine upon you. Give you peace. I'll share more manna with you on tomorrow morning. Share this, man. If it bless you, bless somebody else. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning. Bye now.